Lena is a successful gynecologist and her husband Sergey is a theater actor, and as it seems, they have a great life together. One time, when Sergey goes to do something, Lena notices some messages on Sergey's phone. She gets curious and checks the phone and sees that an actress, Katya, is sending messages, and she said, "I had a great time the other night." After this, Lena decides to be a bit more seductive, but whatever she does, Sergey does not look interested. Sergey leaves the house, and when Lena looks over the window, she sees that Sergey is leaving the house with Katya. She goes to work and she is really sad. Her first patient comes, Nikki, and Nikki is pregnant. For the last couple of weeks, Nikki has been visiting her gynecologist about her baby. After work, Lena thinks about Sergey again, and thinking that her husband is cheating on her, she goes to a bar to do something naughty. At the bar, she sees a man and hits on him, and hitting on men by beautiful women always works, so they go out by the beach and they start to make out. It's getting heated and Operation Overpopulating the Earth begins. Lena asks the man, he's actually really young though, so Lena asks the boy to take her to a hotel and the lovely horny boy agrees. Inside the room, after a long foreplay, Lena sees that the main show is really short and almost lasts for 2 minutes. She leaves the boy unhappy, unsatisfied, and returns home and finds Sergey sleeping. She feels a bit guilty, so she starts to wake little Sergey up, but the beautiful scene does not last long and they fight again. Sergey has been working on a play and the night of the play arrives. Sergey and Katya are the leads of the theater and they give a hell of a performance, and in the final act, they kiss for an uncomfortable amount of time. It is really long. After the show, Katya wants to go home, but it's raining cats and dogs out there. Lena insists to give her a lift, and like this, Lena learns where Katya lives. The next day, Lena takes her car to a car wash, and there another man approaches and hits on her, and the man tells her that he wants to give her a lift. Unlike me, who always gets a slap on the face, the man gets lucky and Lena goes with her. They go to the beach and they start the business, but the police arrives. The police want to arrest them and the man runs away, but they arrest Lena. They take her to the station and make her sign something, and then she leaves. The next day, out of nowhere, Sergey compliments Lena and says that she is the most wonderful, beautiful woman in his life. Lena gets mad and says that what he says does not mean crap if he likes someone else. The day after, when she goes to work, she has to deliver a baby. When she's done, Nikki comes in and introduces her husband, Ivan, to Lena, and would you look at that? It's the coward who ran away when the police wanted to arrest Lena and the man. Lena is shocked and rushes back to her room, and Ivan goes after her to her room. Lena asks him, "What do you want?" "I want to apologize," Ivan says, but he doesn't shut his mouth and says that they have an unfinished business from the beach. The balls on the son of a gun. He suddenly tries to force himself to Lena, and Lena does not allow him out. She is terrified, and because she doesn't have her car yet, one of her co-workers gives her a lift. On her way, she calls Sergey, and Sergey says that she is with Katya and he is helping her move a closet. So of course, Lena suspects him and goes to see what's happening, because moving a closet is literally a category on bad websites. But when she arrives, she sees that Sergey is actually telling the truth. She returns to her house with her coworker and invites the man inside. She then tells her coworker everything. As she's talking about how bad of a wife she is, she makes out with the coworker too. This woman is on a rampage. The day after, she decides to be nicer to Sergey and they go to the beach. I think I now know the problem, my town does not have a beach. Anyways, on their way back, Ivan sends her R-rated photos and she blocks him. She then asks Sergey about infidelity, and Sergey says that he would never do that to her. And the reason why he was cold with her recently, because he felt that their relationship is a bit forced. Lena realizes that she messed up big time, and the next day she tells Sergey how much she loves him. She goes to take a bath and Sergey joins her. Sergey then asks her to wear the underwear that he bought for her, and they start to make out. They have one of the longest overpopulating the earth operations ever, and Lena is just too satisfied. They do it everywhere in the house. At one point, they are even on a window. Lena goes to work satisfied and finds out that Nikki changed her doctor, but she also finds her sitting in her office. Nikki then goes to her room, and of course, the coward told her everything. Lena says that she did not know that he was married, and clearly, Nikki is jealous of Lena because she asks her how could he make him fall for her like that. Lena leaves the hospital crying and talks to Sergey. She tells Sergey everything. The man at the bar, Ivan, and even the coworker. At the end, she says that she's a bad wife for Sergey. But Sergey reacts like an intellect and says it's okay. These theater people are too much, man. He says that the reason why she cheated on him was that she thought that he was doing the same thing. So, it's fine. Lena is as surprised as us when she hears what Sergey has to say. The next day she goes to work and hands her resignation to her boss, and her boss asks her if what people are saying is correct. Lena says that it's true, and at the end, she takes her boss's hand too. I mean, she has a free pass now, I guess. Sergey and Lena leave town, and Lena takes Sergey's last name so they could work again. I found nothing to learn in this movie. Maybe if your wife is a nympho, you should just go with it. That's not a good thing though. Anyways, this was a recap of the movie Vernost, a Russian movie that came out in 2019. If you like this recap, watch the recap of Deep Water. That movie is poison too. Don't forget to like and subscribe.